Welcome back to the channel, everyone, or welcome if this is your first time finding the channel. Today we have our terminal list, Dark Wolf, season finale, series finale, review, reaction, rating of the entire series. So you'll want to stick around to the end of the video to know what I thought of the series as a whole. So this episode, I thought this was another great episode. I've liked every episode of this season or series, however you want to call it. It's a prequel series. I've liked every episode except for there was one episode that did drag a little bit and kind of got a little convoluted in things. They did pick it up in the two episodes after that. But this was the finale. A lot of things happen. Ben sets a trap for Haverford. They take revenge on people. They basically tie up all the loose ends in this episode. Some characters return that I didn't think would have returned in the episode. And I felt like they did a very, very well job of tying everything up and setting everything up to lead into the terminal list, since this was a prequel. So we're going to jump right into what happened and how the show ended and progressed, and things they leave open for other spin-offs or future seasons. So we start off. Ben has basically been off grid for a couple months, I believe it was, and has the bearings, and he's basically in this cabin in the middle of nowhere. We see a montage of him creating booby traps. He makes an IED that he buries. He makes some bombs with some screws and nails and ball bearings and stuff inside of those. And he basically is just setting traps around this cabin because he has this plan. And then we're brought into his plan as the audience, and we find out that once he turns on where he is, he knows that they're going to come for him. And Tall, to get into this phone that he has to turn on, she needs 15 minutes to get into it. So he has to hold all these people off for 15 minutes. So they go to enact the plan. He starts a countdown for 15 minutes. All these guys show up. Before this, we saw Chris Pratt. He was in the beginning, and he finally reads the letter that Ben had gave him at the beginning of this series, Dark Wolf. Very great monologue by Ben. And he explains a lot of things about the service and what's going on and what's happening. Very good. If you have served, you'll relate to a lot of what Ben is saying in this monologue. So as he sets these traps and these guys are coming, he sets these traps. He blows up the cabin. He has a tunnel dug. He goes out through the tunnel. He's taking these guys off in the woods, setting off all these booby traps, and he gets shot, and he's up in the woods, and basically Reece and their whole team show up to help Ben out. They end up taking all these guys out, and they get the bearings back. Ben tells them where he buried them. They get the bearings back. They basically go back stateside. Everything's tied up. Then we see that Ben sends Langley after the guy from, I believe it was the second episode, where they were in the club scene getting this information for the bearings. He was actually Dirty, that guy, and Langley kills him in a massage parlor. And then we see Muhammad, the Iranian guy that was working to get the bombs. We see him put a bomb on top of his car, very much like the other girl died that was on the team, and he dies. I thought we would see Haverford. I thought Ben was going to kill him. We see them in Haverford's house. Ben's waiting for him when he gets home. He's found Haverford's gun. But in a kind of twist, he ends up getting arrested and going to prison because Ben knows that that'll be more of a punishment than what death would be for Haverford. And then the show basically is tied up with Ben's recruited to the CIA, and that's how it ends, is him taking his lie detector test to become a part of the CIA and basically saying that he belongs there. I thought it was very well done. I think Taylor Kish really knocked this part out of the park. He is very much, he kills these military roles that he very much plays. Lone survivor. Now this, he was great in the first season of Terminal List, and now this season, I mean, he has done a phenomenal job, and he gives the monologue in this last episode, the scene in the first episode when he goes off on the command. He had some great scenes of just dialogue, and where he would you could just feel the emotion in those scenes, and he did a great job. I'd love to see for him to win an Emmy for his performance in this show. I thought it was great. As far as a rating, like I said, there was the one episode where I felt it got a little convoluted and got a little bit too much in that one episode, and it kind of dragged. But other than that, I mean, it was great acting. I thought all the actors, I thought, did a great job. I didn't realize until like the second or third episode that was actually Chris and Liam Hemsworth's brother playing Langley. So that was cool to see that he's starting to act now. The writing, I thought, was good. And I don't really know if the writing got convoluted on that episode that I just didn't really like, or if they just had so much going on they had to get everything fleshed out. These stories with all the twists and turns and who's dirty or not, they're very hard to write. So I thought they did a good job with that. Everything, the choreography, the fight choreography, the tactics, everything I thought was very well done. And the directing I thought was great. I think it was several different directors. I think each episode was a different director. I thought they were all good. Like I said, except for that one episode, just kind of felt like it drug. It was a little convoluted. But with all that being said, the pacing, the rhythm, I thought it all flowed. Each episode you wanted more. So I didn't have any problems with that. So as far as a rating, I'm going to give, this was one of my favorite shows this year. Now, would it be a show that I go back and watch again? Probably not. Most shows like this I don't usually watch more than once. But maybe. But I think for a rating, I'm going to go 9 out of 10. I would go 8.5 out of 9. But I really like this, and I really like the performances. So I'm going to say 9 out of 10. I highly recommend it. I thought it was good. I can't wait to see more of this world brought to life. I know we're going to get more of the Reece storyline going forward. I think we're going to get Rafe spinoffs because he really didn't have a part in the finale. I think we're going to get a spinoff of his character, whether that'll be a prequel or him helping Reece. I'm not sure. That'll be interesting. But that's my thoughts. Let me know in the comments what you think, if you like this series or if you didn't. If you haven't yet, please, and you made it this far in the video, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any new reviews or any other videos that I have coming out. I thank you for watching. I appreciate the support. God bless everybody. Hope everybody has a good week, and we will see you on the next video.